Well, hey there, welcome to Worth It Wednesday. Every Wednesday we send a principle worth learning, a question worth answering, and a recommendation worth taking. You can sign up for Worth It Wednesday at pathforgrowth.com. But today's principle is that the pain of ignorance is greater than the pain of attention. Ooh, this is a heavy one. So it's kind of based on the idea that you can't afford not to do the right thing as it avails itself to you today. So here's what I'm saying here is more often than not, you and I, the issue is not that we don't know the right thing or we don't know what we should do. The issue is that we don't do what we should do, is that we don't do the right thing. And that's because as human beings, we have this outrageous and incredible capacity, unique capacity even. Wow, look at the yellow. Isn't that gorgeous? It's fall endeavor. My goodness. Okay. Wow, sidetracked. Okay, so we have this incredible capacity for self-deception, right? And maybe another good or maybe more widely used word for that is denial, right? We have this incredible capacity and ability to deny reality. And in the process of denying reality, we choose to operate in ignorance. We are choosing to ignore what is real to live in this fantasy world that, although may be way more dangerous, feels way more comfortable. And here's what I'm trying to say is you cannot afford to ignore reality because reality will come back to bite you. And so maybe there's a bad habit that's starting to form. Maybe there's a tough conversation that needs to be had. Maybe there's a relationship that's on the rocks. Maybe there's an action that you've been thinking about taking, but you've been procrastinating. Maybe there's a pile of things on your desk that's just stacking up and not going away that you've been avoiding. Maybe there's a room at your house that is a freaking mess. And you know what? You can't not deal with it. You will eventually have to deal with it. So the best time to deal with it was yesterday. The second best option is right now. But oftentimes we avoid dealing with it, right? And we live in denial of it. We just shove it in the back room and we say, that doesn't exist. Don't look over there. You can't see that. I don't know what you're talking about. And here's what I'm trying to tell you is that, yes, it will be painful to deal with it today, but it will be way less painful than when you have to deal with it because you ignored it for years. And that thing will be dealt with. The question is, will you be humble enough to deal with it today, or will you be humbled into dealing with it a year from now, 5 years from now, 10 years from now? Because what I want you to hear is that the pain of ignorance is way greater than the pain of attention. It's hard work to pay attention, right? That phrase, pay attention. It costs us something to pay attention. It costs us a little bit of our comfort zone. It costs us a little bit of our fantasy world. It costs us a little bit of this belief that we have in our head that everything's okay, everything's fine, it's all good. And it requires us to realize, like, man, there's some things I need to take care of. There's some things that I need to put in order. There's some mistakes that I've made. There's some areas where I haven't done the right thing. And what I want to tell you is you can't afford not to do the right thing whenever you realize what the right thing is to do. You just need to do it. You need to take action. And so truly, I want you to think today. Don't just think about this as a message for everyone. Think about this as a message for you. What's something that you've been avoiding that you need to be acting upon? Because every large problem in a person's life was once a small problem that they chose not to address. So what's one small thing? Maybe it's something with your health. Maybe it's something with your finances. Maybe it's something with your relationships. Maybe it's something with your spiritual life. What's one small thing that you've been avoiding that is demanding your attention? And what would it look like for you to be a leader and start attending to it? Because the pain of ignorance is way greater than the pain of attention. Pay attention. Deal with reality. Let's go, let's go, let's go.